Ever feel like the world is just like a giant pile of bad news?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, you turn on the TV and it's like, bam, another crisis.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you wonder, you know, how do we even function? With all that heavy stuff, weighing us down, like how are we supposed to be, happy and creative or even just exist knowing how much suffering is happening out there?
That's a really, deep question.
Yeah.
It is. And it's something that the source we're looking at today actually, tackles head on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they say, I've always wondered how people can just, keep going with life while seeing all this suffering, poverty, pain all around the world and not being able to do anything about it.
Wow.
You know, it really shows that tension we all feel
Yeah,
between wanting to do something to help, but also needing to protect ourselves from feeling totally hopeless.
totally. And what's super interesting is the answer they come up with.
Oh, yeah.
Art.
Hmm.
But how does art actually help us deal with all of this? Is it just a way to escape for a little bit
Hmm.
or could it be something bigger?
Well, they actually suggest that art can be therapy, a solution, or just a distraction.
Okay.
And I think that's a really smart way to look at it.
I like that.
Yeah. Even just being distracted by something can be surprisingly powerful.
Yeah, for sure. I get that.
Think about it. When you get lost in a good book or a movie that makes you feel things, or even a catchy song,
Uh-huh.
you're basically giving your mind a break from all the negativity.
Right.
That mental break can be so important for our emotional well-being. It lets us come back to reality feeling a bit more refreshed and ready to face things.
Yeah, like hitting the reset button.
Exactly.
Okay. But you mentioned art as therapy too.
Right.
That seems a lot deeper than just being distracted.
Oh, for sure.
How does that work?
So think of art as a language for our emotions. Sometimes words just aren't enough to express how we feel, especially when it comes to things like trauma or grief.
Yeah.
But art, whether we're creating it ourselves or experiencing someone else's work, gives us a powerful outlet.
I can see that.
There's actually studies that show that doing art therapy can help people process trauma.
Wow, really?
Yeah, reduce anxiety and depression, and even improve how our brains work. It's about using that creative expression to tap into those deep emotional parts of ourselves and find ways to heal.
Yeah. It's like those moments when you hear a song and it just gets you,
Right.
saying something you couldn't put into words yourself.
Right.
Uh,
Okay, but what about art as a solution? That feels pretty ambitious.
It is ambitious, but if you look back, art has always been a driving force for social change. Think about the powerful protest songs during the civil rights movement
Right.
or the art that challenged oppressive governments.
Yeah.
Art has this way of making people aware of things,
Yeah?
making them think critically, and even motivating them to take action. It can give a voice to those who don't have one challenge the way things are and inspire us to imagine and work towards a better world. That's powerful. And it actually connects with something the source said that really hit me. They wrote, maybe art helps us to keep going because it acknowledges the full spectrum of existence, joy and despair, light and dark, and reminds us that even when faced with suffering, creation is possible.
Right?
It's like art doesn't try to ignore the bad stuff, but it shows us that good things like light and beauty can still exist at the same time.
Exactly. It reminds us that the world isn't just one thing or the other. And what's really important, as the source goes on to say, is that art transforms suffering.
Okay.
It doesn't make it disappear, but it makes it bearable, shared, and maybe even hopeful.
Yeah, I like that.
By expressing those difficult emotions, connecting with others through shared experiences, and finding beauty in unexpected places, art can help us deal with all the complicated stuff that comes with being human.
You know what I find really fascinating is this idea of art being a shared experience.
Yeah.
It's like it can create a sense of connection and empathy, reminding us that we're not alone in our struggles.
Absolutely. So, as you continue to think about these big questions about suffering and what it means to be human, I want to leave you with this. Think about a piece of art, a song, a movie, a painting, a poem that has really moved you.
Okay.
How did it change the way you understand suffering, hope, or the human experience? What does it tell you about the power of art to help us navigate the world?
That's something to think about.
It is.
For sure.
Thanks for joining this deep dive.
Yeah, this was great.
It was my pleasure.
Until next time.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.